My child, I ask you to stop. Let go of whatever occupies your hands and mind. This moment is for us, not for later, not when life settles. It is for now. The message I bring is not simply spoken sounds. It is a holy break in your routine. I'm present with you, my beloved one. My essence fills this very place you are in. Even if you don't fully sense everything around you, these are not just soft words to soothe you. This is a divine encounter. Do not treat this as unimportant noise. Listen completely to what I say, for I will share insights that will change your spirit. Every instant we spend together carries profound meaning. Each passing second reflects my splendor. Remain with me, my child, because if you depart too soon, you will overlook what your being was designed to embrace. Silence the noise surrounding you, my precious one, and the quick stream of ideas in your head. This is not a chance meeting. It is not brief or by accident or merely a thought. It comes from me. It is deliberate. I'm here not just watching, not only holding you in my thoughts from a distance. I'm within this very space where your unspoken pains have resonated, where your soft requests have risen with tears. I stand close to you, bringing the entirety of my being, yet with the tender attention of a devoted parent whose love has no end. This is not a beautiful description. This is not a reassuring concept meant to calm you. My presence is not far off. It is not something to hope for or desire. It is here now. I have entered not because anything was wrong, but because all things have aligned completely. The right moment, your receptiveness, the quiet longing in your heart, all have gathered into this holy point in time. And I chose this precise breath to bring you this awareness. You are genuinely not by yourself. You have anticipated my voice, perhaps expecting vast signs in the heavens or mighty miracles. I chose to come into your world with a peaceful grandeur because I wished for you to feel me before you could clearly perceive me. I did not dispatch anyone else. I did not request another to offer you solace. I arrived personally, but listen well. Not only have I remained, I have been drawing near, awaiting your inner self to quiet enough to understand I was ever present. My beloved one, what you are sensing now is beyond mere emotion. It is a genuine encounter. It is timelessness connecting with your current moment. It is the resonance of my voice which never stopped speaking. Even when your hearing could not detect it, I was anticipating the quiet to grow deep enough for your heart to perceive the truth. I'm within this space, and wherever I enter, that place becomes hallowed. It becomes consecrated earth. Therefore, release the need to impress. Put down the weight of regret and disgrace. Stand or cry or bow. Respond in whatever way your spirit requires, but do so understanding this. You are not simply envisioning things. You are meeting the nearness of your Maker. And I did not arrive for a short stay. I came to stay, my cherished one. I have perceived every quiet sound that left your heart when you felt utterly alone. I have witnessed your face against a tear-soaked cushion, your utterance too delicate to be more than a breath. Still, that soft sound was powerful to me. You did not know it, but each expression of your suffering created a change in the invisible places. I did not just listen to your words. I sensed the profound sorrow beneath them. I did not require volume to be affected. I needed your genuine self. And truly, how open you have been with me in the shadows. You never had to yell for me to listen. You never had to form an ideal plea or cite a particular verse to capture my notice. You simply had to be authentic, and you were. In your frailty, I moved nearer. In your vulnerable sincerity, I approached with all the gentle affection of a devoted parent who always wishes to hear their child speak. I was never seeking a display of flawlessness. I was anticipating the unvarnished truth of your inner self, and you presented it to me. I want you to grasp that I did not remain apart, watching your difficulties from afar. No, I arrived and sat next to you. I was in the still part of your space, closer than your very breathing. I observed the unseen fight behind your cheerful face, the exhaustion beneath your everyday duties. And while others perceived strength, I saw one bearing too much on their own. And that is why I selected this instant, precisely here, precisely now, to tell you, you no longer need to carry these weights by yourself. I'm not waiting for you to resolve matters or conclude your challenging times before I intervene. I've already done so. My being touches the fractured spots around you. My touch rests on the areas of your heart that ache without sound. This is not just an expression, my child. Yet, my beloved, you have sensed me in those times when inner strength appeared unbidden, when calm settled chaos without warning, when tears flowed but did not overwhelm your spirit. That was I, not an analogy. It was I. So attend carefully now, my beloved, because I am speaking straight into that part of you that still questions if your expression truly holds significance for me. I have perceived every single utterance, even those you were too hesitant to voice, even the words you breathed softly toward the heavens in the deep hours of the night, hoping someone, anyone, might be paying attention. I did not just perceive them, I collected them. My child, understand this deeply. No whisper you uttered was lost to me. Every query, every quiet hurt was met with my full attention. While others might have overlooked your difficulties, I counted them precious. When your suffering seemed invisible to those around you, I took note of it deep within myself. And when you felt unseen in the quiet strength of your continued faith, I observed every detail. I listen intently to the words you speak when you are utterly alone, my child. The sincere outpouring of your spirit spoken when no human ear is near holds profound weight in my sight, for it is the cries born of deep anguish that truly shift the unseen realm. Though you may have sensed a stillness from me, I was responding to you in ways your senses could not yet perceive. Before your eyes even opened this morning, my cherished child, I was already present, expecting this very meeting, preparing for our shared moments. Before the weight of daily life could once more settle upon your spirit, I had already charted the course of your hours. Nothing you have experienced today has caught me off guard. Not your fatigue, not your setbacks, nor the familiar quiet sorrow you carry. You did not merely stumble into this understanding. You were called. That quiet urging, my beloved, was my very self. I have set aside this precise moment, this calm environment, this very breath, because I needed to reveal a truth that the clamor of your days, your striving, your efforts to simply persist, could no longer keep hidden. You're always within my view, my child. While you may have felt disregarded by people, missed out on chances, or experienced ill luck, you have never once slipped from my memory. Your identity is woven into the timelessness of my being. It will not diminish. It cannot escape my perfect recall. You are not merely one among countless others in my creation. You are the object of my specific care. This moment, my child, is more than a temporary solace. It is undeniable proof that your place with me is secure beyond earthly reach. I did not allow loneliness to be a penalty. I permitted it so you might finally distinguish what truly sustains your inner being from what is superficial. Let me be clear, my beloved child. I did not desert you in your times of sorrow. I journeyed with you through those difficult passages. I supported you when you felt nothing. I firmly guided your way when your determination wavered under the weight of unanswered questions. I was there for every unspoken question, every silent longing, every breath of wordless despair. Unsettling thoughts may have suggested that being out of view meant being insignificant. But I declare to you, my cherished one, your periods of stillness had a purpose. I was protecting you as I tended to your inner self. I was ensuring your safety as I restored your wholeness. My quiet was not oversight, but a consecrated time where I was preparing what is intended for you, shielded from any influence that might disrupt its proper arrival. But now, my child, the distance is closing. Now the stillness is giving way to clarity. And now what was obscured is becoming plain. I'm not merely assuring you of my nearness. I'm demonstrating it with my actual being, with my strength, with a time so profoundly filled with my essence. This will become the basis for your next stage of growth. This is not the conclusion of your patience. It marks the start of a new segment in your journey. And though your physical perceptions might still be adjusting, my precious one, your inner self already comprehends. It perceives the cadence of my arrival, the subtle stirring of the sacred at work, the movement you sensed in the quiet, that inexplicable feeling that arose within your core when nothing external prompted it. That was not discomfort. It was a stirring to life, I have stepped into this place, and with me comes a deep wave of change. My actions are never trivial when guided by affection. Your entire self is reacting, even if your thoughts cannot label it. I'm altering the surroundings not through clamor, but through essence. Not with a cry, but with a holy hush. My actions may not always be audible, but they are never insignificant. It saturates the areas where you felt empty and without vitality. This is not a figment of your mind. This is my truth made manifest not just in the wider world, but in your personal space. In this very situation is transforming, not because everything is ideal, but simply because I am present. You have wondered when things would finally be different. My response is this instant, not in the distant future, not when you feel more robust, not when your conviction deepens. The shift starts not when the world aligns perfectly, but when your inner self begins to recognize me. And my beloved child, it has already begun. Your core is vibrant with anticipation because the divine realm has approached, and it will not withdraw without leaving its impression. Do not be startled if surroundings begin to seem strange, my child. This profound change often introduces clarity before it brings instant ease. What previously offered stability might now feel restrictive. What once brought contentment may abruptly appear hollow. That does not indicate an error. It signifies your personal advancement. The previous container is insufficient for what is emerging. I'm enlarging your ability by extending what has been too confined for too long a time. Indeed, the foundation beneath you is moving. Indeed, the atmosphere around you is energized. Indeed, the profound sensation within your spirit is authentic. Yet none of this is chaos. What you are experiencing is a divine separation. I'm not shaking your foundations to bring ruin, my child. I'm shifting things to guide you into a more profound existence, one uniquely crafted for you, filled with the very core of your reason for being. My intention was not merely to soothe your feelings. I came to ready the path for your true work, to clear away stubborn obstacles, and to open wide the room for the existence I envision for you to unfold. Therefore, do not be afraid of this transformation. Do not retreat from this upheaval. This is not uncertainty trying to hold you back, my beloved. It is I, freeing you from what has bound you, the ties of past letdowns, the restraints of waiting, the bonds of hopes that had faded. I do not seek your approval for this. I'm here to reclaim what belongs to me. And you, my precious one, belong to me wholly, deeply, forever. The unseen world acknowledges this. The shadows understand this. And now it is time for you to recall this truth. When I enter any place, things must bend to my will. Apprehension must disappear. Disorientation must clear away. Expectation must stir. My very presence shapes the air you now breathe. My beloved child, this is not merely a concept. It is actual, taking form all around you. I'm entering the rhythm of your everyday existence to restore the profound tranquility intended for your inner self. Let it find its place. Receive it fully. This significant shift is happening, and it is entirely for you. But my child, that internal pressure was not a threat. It was a soft urging, a divine summons, a hallowed awakening. You were not falling apart. You were discovering where you truly belong. The feeling within your chest was not the weight of the world upon you. It was your spirit expanding, extending, unfolding fully as it came alive. You were not being weighed down. You were being brought nearer. Grasp this truth, my precious one. When I approach, your entire self responds. Your breath might catch, your thoughts may wander, your heart might race. For you are perceiving something greater than your intellect can fully comprehend. This is not bewilderment. This is communion. The timeless touching your current moment. And it is I. It has consistently been I. The profound yearning, the sense of weight, the sudden rush of emotion. These were not signals of disorder. They were evidence of my flawless arrangement returning to the areas within you that have longed for me. You frequently anticipate stillness when you think of peace. However, genuine peace is not always a soft quiet. At times, it stirs powerfully, awakening you, disturbing the slumber of your inner being. I did not arrive to diminish your awareness, my beloved child. Thus what you interpreted as trouble, I employed as an urgent summons. not to inflict pain, but to make your spirit tender. That profound heaviness was not a punishment. It was a preparation. You felt that intensity because I was softly reaching into your deepest core, not to oppress it, but to straighten its course, to bring back your capacity to sense me again. The surrounding world has dulled your perception, making you insensitive with endless clamor and shallow responses. So I approached, and as I did, your whole inner spirit began to awaken, not with terror, but with a hallowed vibration, a deep respect that vitalizes neglected areas and restores vigor to what appeared inert. Now that you comprehend, my child, stop naming what is divine with earthly words. This is not fright. This is my presence. This is not ruin. This is a fresh start. I'm not opposing you. I am rousing you. And this awakening commences deep within your essence, even before your mind fully comprehends it. You did not require understanding of every single aspect of what was happening to be changed by it. What truly counted was your willingness to stay present, to bear through it, to shed tears within it, to lean on me through everything. And you did so. You kept an open heart. You did not reject me, even when you were unaware it was I. And now here we are past that intense period in a calm place of insight. I never meant to alarm you. I was simply removing the lethargy that had settled upon your spirit. I desired your most profound devotion, not just your understanding. I wished for your intimacy, not your achievements. And now, my cherished one, I ask you to embrace what you have resisted. Permit your tears to fall without restraint. Let your breathing grow full. Unclench your hands. The intensity has transformed into my nearness. The profound yearning has become a path to me. You did not create this event. You did not exaggerate it. You lived through it, and now you are being deeply altered by it. For I did not simply let you perceive me. I allowed you to carry the clear mark of my closeness. That mark will stay with you. It will refine your insight. It will direct your journey. And most importantly, it will serve as your constant reminder that even when everything appeared to be falling apart, I was taking down the walls that stood between us. My child, I comprehend the sensation you've recently felt, as though you have navigated through areas made faint by anticipation, roots hidden by doubt, and periods shadowed by sadness. You continually searched for brilliance, hoping it would break through the everyday, looking for an indication, a quick shimmer, a sudden burst. But then you began to ask, was it always this subdued, or had the radiance simply left you? And I approach now to confirm. The illumination did not vanish. It was protected, held secure, hidden for this hallowed instant when your spirit could accept it without fear. And that instant is now. The glow you thought was fading is poised to emerge once more. But this time it will not flicker. This time it will not linger near uncertainty. This time it will saturate your whole being with its magnificence. The radiance will surpass your recollection, not due to any alteration in the light, but because of the transformation within you. You have been purified by grief, sharpened by silent thought, and made ready by endurance. You no longer need only soft reassurance. You are prepared for the deep brilliance of insight. This illumination, my illumination, does more than just reveal your path. It revitalizes your very identity. It reminds your spirit that it was never meant to simply dwell in obscurity, but to shine, to emanate, to reflect the splendor of where you came from. You are not solely someone who takes in light. You are someone who carries it. The profound ache you sensed when the light seemed to lessen came from your inner being, recalling a time of complete peace. It remembers our steady, unbroken connection. This is the stirring you felt inside, my child. It's not worry or emptiness, but an enduring desire for me to be close. Let me tell you this now. My nearness does not cause you stress. Instead, it brings profound calm. Not a faint stillness that just helps you endure, but a strong, clear, far-reaching peace that makes whole what was broken. It does not softly speak. It echoes with strength. You have been judging your path by how long the difficult times lasted, but I am measuring it by the deep brilliance that will soon be revealed. So do not pull away when the light returns, my beloved. Do not avert your gaze from the very blessing you once sought with earnest prayers. Receive it completely. Let it bring warmth to the parts of you that have grown cool. Let it fill the areas you thought were unreachable. The challenging seasons did not erase your true calling. They made it stand out more clearly. And now my light draws near, not as a soft trickle, but as a rising flood. It is brighter than anything in your past. It is stronger than any hardship you have faced. It is more soothing than any warmth you have longed for. This bond we now share is new and vibrant, not something you have experienced in this way before. It begins with a truth you must fully accept. I have always been present. I never withdrew. My focus never left you. I walked beside you, even in your most shadowed times, not to cause you hardship, but so you would learn to recognize my presence even when everything felt unclear. You have asked me many times, seeking proof that this was truly my voice. You longed for a clear, undeniable sign, something that could not be dismissed as mere coincidence. You sought not just comfort, but absolute assurance. You did not need more kind words. You needed my direct presence. And my beloved, here I am in this very moment, in this very breath. This encounter is not simply a fresh idea or a pleasant feeling to speak for me. It is I did not give this task to anyone else. I came myself. The journey you are on is too important for anything less than my direct involvement. You stood where doubt met deep desire, speaking quiet prayers you were afraid to voice. You yearned to trust, my cherished one, how deeply you yearned. But you worried about making an error again. You dreaded the possibility of hope being crushed. You feared this might not truly be my voice speaking to you. I'm not simply responding to your request. I'm keeping my promise. You sought clear insight, and such insight does not always appear with grand sights in the sky. Sometimes it arrives as a gentle knowing felt deeper than any sound. Sometimes your spirit recognizes it before your mind can fully comprehend. And that is what is unfolding right now. The warmth you perceive, the movement within your spirit, the deep vibration that will not settle. That is I confirming what you sensed deep within, but hesitated to fully embrace. I am speaking and you are truly hearing me. You questioned if you were imagining this. You are not. You thought it might be merely a wish. It is not. I'm making firm what you have only faintly perceived until now. I draw near not to dictate, but to affirm. I'm removing all confusion. I'm ending the need for others to interpret my words for you. I'm speaking to you myself intimately beyond any doubt. I do this because this period in your life requires certainty, not hesitation. You cannot afford to wait any longer. You cannot afford to proceed with a divided heart. So I have come not with a mere suggestion, but with absolute conviction. I am speaking and you are listening. And let me tell you this, my cherished one. I would never prepare your spirit to recognize my voice, only to then lead you astray. I would never teach you my manner of speaking, only to then use ambiguous words. No, my beloved, my voice is becoming familiar to you. My presence is becoming your sure guide. And you do not need to explain this to anyone else. I did not come to convince others. I came to confirm your true calling. So take a deep breath. Cease searching for another sign. Stop questioning if this time is sacred. It is. I have surrounded it, filled it entirely, marked it with my own lasting endorsement. You do not need to wait for grand visible occurrences. The certainty you requested is not arriving from external sources. It is rising from deep within you, because the one who summoned you is the one who affirms you. And I am present beside you, within you, all around you. This is not merely a comforting sound. This is my own voice, the spring of all truth. This is not just another message of hope. It is a pronouncement from my eternal heart. What you have been sensing, I now state clearly. Yes, it is I. Yes, I'm extending myself. Yes, you are truly perceiving. Yes, this is the appointed time. And yes, I came myself because you are worth every single step. Perhaps you grew accustomed to being overlooked, to being unseen, to possibilities remaining closed. So you almost expected me to act in the same manner, but I did not. I do not seek permission to enter when the space is already mine. I do not wait for an invitation into the very spirit I brought into being. I do not delay when my beloved child feels distress. I simply come in without requesting, without forewarning, without needing to explain. Because when affection runs this deep, it does not hold itself apart. And my precious one, hear this closely. I did not merely show up. I established my presence. I came into your world with clear intention, bringing not just comfort, but an enduring connection. Not just gentle care, but an unbreakable promise. You did not even realize how close you were to unraveling. And that is why I stepped in first. I halted your fall. I prevented your complete collapse. I arrived not as a passing guest, but as the one who prevails. The one who stands firm for what is his. And you, my beloved, belong to me. My care for you is absolute, my child. I never leave you exposed to hardship. I will not surrender you to the whispers of doubt or the deep chill of isolation. I come fully bringing my very essence. My nature is kindness. My actions are just. You did not need perfect words to reach me. You did not even need to speak my name. I came anyway. I understood what you couldn't express. I heard your silent plea. I knew delay would bring sorrow. So I put aside all expectations and entered your reality with the full strength of my eternal domain. This is not a grand tale. It is a direct bond. This is not a fantasy. It is my actual presence. I did not need a formal summons, my precious child, for your heart's deep yearning was clear enough. The quiet call of your spirit drew me more powerfully than any spoken request ever could. Now that I am here truly and completely, I need you to release any shame about needing me. Let go of feeling weak for seeking my help. I did not come because you had achieved perfection. I came because you had not. I did not wait for you to be prepared. I arrived because your distress held a profound significance. It showed me that your spirit remained vibrant, still open, still searching even when your strength was gone. You are not an afterthought to me. You are not a task I must unwillingly perform. You are not a weight I carry with hesitation. You are my beloved one, my foremost care, my joy. When you faltered, I held you closer. When your inner light dimmed, I brought my own radiant glow. When you could not stand, I stood watch over you with the full protection of my being. This is who I am, not a distant power waiting for flawlessness, but a tireless guardian who steps into places others fear. So do not wonder if I will remain. Do not question if I will withdraw. I did not come for a temporary visit. I came to dwell. I'm not observing from the edge of your heart, hoping for entry. My presence has always been within the very spaces you thought unworthy, my cherished child. There was no need for an announcement of my arrival, for I have never left. My voice may have been soft, but my essence was never absent. I paused, yes, but I never turned away. I do not abandon those who belong to me. I do not misplace them. I do not forget them. Even if you feel lost in the world, you are securely held within me. I came to awaken your memory of me. I came to guide you to safety. I came to stay. My beloved child, how often have you wept in silence, forcing a smile with dry lips and trembling hands? You kept your inner struggles hidden from everyone. You carried on with your responsibilities, even as you felt yourself breaking inside. You showed strength as a brief defense, wishing it might endure merely until the next challenge, the next duty, the next difficult day. While others openly celebrated their victories, you struggled in unseen places, alone, unacknowledged, unapplauded, but never unobserved. I watched your every step, not as a faraway spectator, but as a compassionate companion, like a loving parent whose attention never leaves their precious child. Yes, I keep a record, not of your faults, not of your errors, but of your unwavering choices in times of difficulty. You moved forward when your spirit felt heavy with grief. You spoke words of encouragement when your own heart longed for bitterness. You showed compassion when your spirit was bruised by betrayal. For those who persist on their path without public recognition are the ones I choose for purposes that require genuine inner strength. You did not seek acclaim. You persevered for a greater purpose. And my cherished child, I saw it all. You were never merely putting on an act. You were truly striving. And now, my child, the moment has come for a reward that arrives not slowly but suddenly. When my eternal domain moves, it responds. I will not permit a single tear to be meaningless. I will not let one selfless act go unnoticed. Your steady loyalty in secret has cleared the path for open acknowledgement. You might have thought I waited for a flawless you before granting blessings, but I was simply awaiting the exact time to reveal what your quiet trust had prepared. This is not a delayed response. It is a perfectly timed revelation. And what is now approaching is not just one answer to one request. It is an abundant flow of timeless promises held until your spirit was ready to receive their full weight without wavering. What you achieved without public display, I am now about to honor openly. What you let go of in private, I'm about to bring back in ways that remove all doubt. So stop dwelling on moments you thought were unimportant. Stop thinking your faithfulness was wasted because no one saw it. I saw it. I saw when you stayed true even when others ignored you. I saw when you extended forgiveness without receiving closure. I saw when you clung to your beliefs, even when they seemed illogical. And my child, I am the one who recalls every small detail. I am the one who cherishes tears more than grand pronouncements. You were never forgotten. You were always protected. You were never cast aside. You were divinely noted. Oh, my precious one, let me tell you a truth that perhaps misleading ideas have obscured. I do not require an orderly place to come in. I do not wait for shining surfaces or faultless requests. I do not hesitate when I see disorder. I do not turn away from the sound of grief. I do not retreat from uncertainty. I do not demand stillness. I do not insist on flawlessness. A disordered setting does not stop me. Your tears do not hold me back. The disorder around you, the duties incomplete, the unrest in your spirit, these do not cause me to withdraw. You have labored so hard to bring order to your inner world, to absorb the sadness, to cleanse yourself of guilt, to categorize your difficult experiences neatly, fearing me away, my child. They invite me nearer. You imagine I only dwell where calm already reigns, yet I arrive to establish peace where it is absent. You think I need silence to communicate, but I speak in the quietest whispers and the loudest storms, in your silent pleas and your heartfelt cries. You believe I wait for everything to be perfect, but I am present in your confusion, just as I was at the dawn of all things. I have come to be present in your disarray, not because I am unable to act, but because I am about to bring about a complete change. Do not let false ideas take root in your spirit for another moment. Do not believe the suggestion that you must fix yourself before you can perceive my presence. Do not fall for the untruth that your flaws prevent you from being with me. Your willingness to reveal yourself, not your neatness, is what draws me close. I do not demand perfection from you. I desire your permission, not for me to arrive, for I am here but for me to heal, for I am already here, already near, already making a haven for you to simply be. I did not come to judge your inner unrest. I came to make it sacred. I'm here to declare that what felt like a struggle is now a starting point for something new. Though your pain feels immense, my strength is greater. Though your grief runs deep, my compassion is deeper. Though your spirit feels undone, my power to restore is boundless. I'm not repelled by the untidiness of your spirit. So let go of what you pretend to be. Put down your mask. Allow your tears to fall freely, my child. Without thinking, they show weakness. I came knowing exactly what I would find, and I did not hesitate. I entered fully with gladness. With readiness for your inner turmoil does not impede my affection. It is the very place where my tender care is made known. This place, just as it is holy ground, not because it seems perfect, but because I am here. And where I am, sacredness always follows. You do not need to make this space ready for me. Just recognize it as the beginning of your fresh start. You have worked tirelessly to find the right words, to speak faultless prayers. You have often felt the need, my beloved child, to compose yourself, to show a certain image, as if my attention depended on your perfect presentation. You have approached your faith as if it were a display, fearing that if you stumbled, I might overlook you. Stop this effort, my precious one. I'm not looking for a show. I'm not moved by eloquent words. I do not respond to flawless phrases. I respond to who you truly are, your genuine self. Feel it, embrace it. I did not come to be impressed. I came to be close. You do not need to convince me to care for you. You do not need to appear completely sure. You do not need to pretend you are always strong. I'm not swayed by false appearances. I'm moved by truth. I'm touched by a humble spirit. I am drawn to the real you, the one beneath your guards, beneath your masks, beneath your inner noise. I did not ask for perfect speeches. I asked for your honest weaknesses, and you gave them to me when you sat in stillness, when you whispered incomplete sounds through your tears, when your talk with me felt more like deep breaths than proper sentences. That is what touched me. That is what brought me nearer. Not a polished plea, but a spirit that surrendered. I am not a judge waiting for a formal account. I am simply here to hold you, my beloved child. You can lose your way in the middle of a sentence. You can speak to me in ways you believe are wrong. You can cry and trip over your words and say things you do not truly intend. And I will remain still loving, still hearing, still leaning toward you. I already know what your heart truly yearns for. Do you know what I hold sacred? It is not your perfection. It is your being here. It is that you showed up, that you did not surrender, that you offered me your fragile faith and your quiet recognition. And hear this deep truth, my cherished one. Even your quiet act of remaining is sacred. You may feel you are barely holding on, yet I perceive a spirit that continuously seeks me through all hardship. And that is all I have ever asked for. Not your accomplishments, but your readiness, your openness to let me be God, even when you doubt your own worth, especially then. That is when my favor pours out most generously. That is when my voice becomes most distinct. That is when my closeness becomes not just a thought, but a real solace. So now put aside all false fronts. No more pretending. No more forced spiritual striving. Cease striving to gain what has been generously granted without cost. I came for your presence, and I found what I sought in you. Not your tally of achievements. Not your history of triumphs. Simply you present in this instant, drawing in my grace, finding repose in my love. That is sufficient. That has always been sufficient. I did not enter your space to watch your display. I came to draw you near, and now that I have found you here, I am not leaving. There have been moments, my precious one, when my silence felt immense. I understand that, but listen closely now. My quiet times were never a sign of being far away. They were intentional. They were sacred. You see, I have been nearer than you ever conceived, not watching from afar, but always at your side. I have been speaking not through the world's noise, but in the gentle language your spirit recognizes without effort. The unexpected chills that came upon you, the sudden peace in your distress, that moment of profound calm, that sense of inner release you felt, it was not random. It was a direct connection with me. You might have thought silence meant I was far away, but it was actually a space of deep intimacy. During those quiet times, I was gently working within your spirit, my child. I was removing burdens that no longer served your path. I was refining your inner discernment, teaching your spirit to recognize quiet insights over loud declarations. I was not neglecting you, my cherished one. I was preparing you. I was setting you in the right place for the journey ahead. You cannot rely on the clamor of the world. You need to hear my voice, even when others perceive nothing. You must sense my presence when others feel an emptiness. You must follow the gentle leading, not what appears obvious on the surface. So I drew you into that quiet space, not to cause you pain, but to strengthen you. I spoke not to your outer hearing, but to the core of your being. My beloved child, you have remained, your spirit open to the truth. I have poured into this sacred space. You have listened not out of duty, but from a deep yearning that only I can satisfy. Your heart has already decided to walk this path with me, proving your faithfulness once again. Now I call you to carry this light. This encounter is not meant to be held in secret. It is a spark for others, a clear sign in a world that longs to hear my voice. Support this sacred work, my precious one, so that more may receive the profound connection you have just known. Express your heart's agreement with this message and share it with those who need to hear. Your action empowers this holy mission, allowing my truth to resonate again. You are not alone in this. Join my faithful remnant, those who truly hear and respond. Return for deeper understanding, for I have prepared more for you, more revelation, more of my presence to unfold in your life. Rest now, my beloved. My peace, which surpasses all earthly understanding, covers you. My favor rests upon your journey, guiding your steps until we speak again. Be certain I am with you always,